Hey everyone, it's Meg, and we are back with more Death Note. We are on episode 18, and last time we got a new Kira, but we don't know who it is. Unfortunately, the Death Note has fallen into the hands of capitalists, of businessmen. So that's exciting, I guess you can maybe say. And I kind of had a ridiculous moment because I am, fingers crossed, hoping that it fell into the hands of the young hot one. But I don't know, it could also be like being passed around, or I'm not sure. It sounded like they all know that someone has it, but they don't know who. So it's going to be a kind of cool guessing game, another element of detective show. That's the main thing. Oh, L is moving everyone into the new headquarters, which is like a very fancy high-rise building. So we're in the big bucks now, okay? Things are getting fancy and stuff, but I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad that you're still watching with me and hope you enjoy. Let's watch Ally. It kind of sounds like the singer sang Ryuga. Okay, I have a question for everyone. If you could have the Death Note fall into anyone's hands on this earth, who would you choose? I think I would choose Keanu Reeves. I wouldn't want it because I might get a little too feisty and start murdering people who do evil things, you know, like really, really evil things, like people who mess with animals and kids. So don't give it to me. I love that art. Ally. Here it is. How is he getting this money? Fancy. I wonder if my LASIK would show up. Also, I did get retina scans before LASIK. I have a couple little tears in my retina. I have thin retinas.
Okay, maybe the belt.
Looks like this system is going to take some getting used to.
Fine.
Oh.
How's this, huh?
What's wrong? Did you get hurt?
Oh. He didn't even care about not having pants.
It's just that my daughter's still young, and I'm hardly ever at home as it is, so...
Yes. It's probably best if you sleep at home.
Last we checked, all of them were up in Misa's room.
Oh, Misa.
For God's sake, Matsuda, would you stop with this Misa
It's
crap?
cute.
Yeah, sure.
This has got to be the lamest date I've ever been on.
Are you gonna eat that piece of cake? Friends.
You pervert!
Oh.
Could you stop it with your creepy hobby?
But since we've been here, you don't seem all that motivated to me.
Not motivated.
Oh.
You're right. Actually, I'm depressed.
Depressed? What
Aw.
Truthfully, all this time I thought that you were Kira, and my entire case hinged on that fact. I guess I just can't get past the fact that my deduction was wrong.
Aww. The dark circles under his eyes.
for? Misa and I were both Kira during the time that we were being controlled, right?
Oh.
Yes,
Oh
I don't
my
think I could have
God.
been wrong about that. Kira's power passes between people.
Come on, there's gotta be some information about the Death Note out there. Like folk tales.
Cheer up, would you?
Cheer up? No, I'm sorry, I can't.
When do you tell someone who's depressed to cheer up? Oh my god.
It's just a waste of time.
He is really depressed. Yucky.
You don't feel like doing anything. Just because your genius deduction was wrong and I'm not Kira?
Bother.
If we don't chase Kira, he'll never be caught. Is that what you want? If you were just gonna give up, then why did you involve all those innocent people? What was the point of putting Misa and me behind bars?
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Ooh!
And I
Nice.
found my friend.
Oh! Oh my gosh. It's cool to see their conflict be in the physical realm rather than so mental. It's kind of cathartic to see them punch each other.
It's as if you won't be satisfied unless I am Kira.
Ooh.
In fact, now that you mention it, you're right. I think I wanted you to be Kira.
Ooh. Oh god.
I'm a lot stronger than I look, you know.
I bet. Yeah, this was long overdue. That's some martial arts, honey.
Misa is #1 in 18 Magazine's reader popularity poll.
That's so cute.
What was that?
Matsuda's acting stupid again.
No, he doesn't want you to fight.
That is his specialty.
I can hear you, you know.
Oh, I don't know for how long he's gonna just be the punching bag. I loved the dust particles in that scene, and I loved the voice acting, especially. They're such good foils to each other.
All of them were prominent Japanese businessmen, CEOs whose companies are leaders in their respective
He's gonna
industries.
find the new Kira.
There's been a general downturn in the market, with the exception of Yotsuba.
They're being very obvious.
Kira is supporting Yotsuba.
Yeah.
We can assume that punishing criminals is not this Kira's real intent.
Even worse.
Are you feeling a bit more motivated now?
Will not be followed by a god of death. Oh, the borrower. So it's okay. So they're not even like the new Kira. They're a borrower. Okay, cool. Well, a note is being lent. Ownership will be transferred to the person who was holding it at that time. So what if they start killing each other, the businessmen?
If you want it to look believable, request accidental death or disease, and Kira will always find the quickest way to make it happen.
Wow, Kira's becoming this person.
If someone was able to trace the deaths of these people back to us, then he'd have to be a god. Besides, we've taken precautions.
That's funny, because Light does want to be a god.
Light has a theory that Kira is somehow involved with the Yotsuba group. Can you believe it?
I'm so happy.
That's probably it. Good work. Huh? It seems Kira's offered bribes to a number of politicians.
Wow.
The police caved in to him. If you wish to continue working this case, you'll have to hand in your letter of resignation to the MPA, just as Mogi and I are going to do.
Oh, but then how are you getting money?
In a few hours, I'm no longer going to be your chief.
Oh. But can't he put them on a payroll?
If you want my opinion, you'd be better off as
Oh
police
my
officers.
god. I don't think he gets it. I mean, him and Light are doing the most work.
I know that I can do this by myself.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to visit you at the department and bring you Kira's head as a reward for all that you've sacrificed.
Saki,
It's
as long
scary,
as I'm
but-
alive, you won't be working alone.
Oh.
All of us have risked our lives to catch Kira. Doesn't that give us the right to decide whether we stay here or return to the police force?
I love how he reasons with him.
And by all means, please make your decision.
It's very analytical and logical.
I suppose after we catch Kira, I'll have to dust off my resume.
Count me in. I'm gonna quit the police and chase Kira too, Chief. Besides, if I stayed on as a police officer, I'd feel like a total loser.
Think before you open your mouth, Matsuda.
It's true. He has a daughter and a wife.
But I don't think it's fair to your families to burden them by giving up your livelihood just to
Yeah,
continue this.
it's true.
No one here is going to blame you for quitting.
Yeah, right. We all understand why you've got to do this.
But the chief has a family.
He is a young kid.
I said I was prepared to die if that's what it took to catch him, and I meant it. What kind of friend would I be to Ukita if I quit now? I became a detective so I could catch the bad guys, not run away!
I should make preparations to ensure that their family's financial future was secure.
Thank you, Watari.
If you recall, a trust was set aside for that very purpose.
Yes.
This is not the time or place, Watari.
Ooh.
Isn't that great news?
No.
I assume that was some kind of test to determine how committed I was to this task.
No way. I don't think so.
No,
Once. Oh.
I was testing you. I wanted to see which one you would choose.
What? Why?
I've always hated Ryuzaki. I hate him and his way of doing things.
That's too bad, because I like you, Aizawa. Thank you for everything.
Oh my god. Are you serious? I can't do this. Oh my god.
All the deaths which are beneficial to Yotsuba are concentrated around the weekends.
Oh my god.
I'm amazed that you even noticed that, Chief.
He's so
Matsuda,
impressed
I
by
thought
everyone.
I told you to stop calling me chief.
I'm sorry, but you'll always be the chief to me.
Oh my god. So cheesy. I love him.
Last thing I want is to be dead weight.
Dead weight?
Is Kira someone from Yotsuba?
I don't like that. I don't like how they're kind of pushing him down unintentionally.
This is all of the Yotsuba Group's employees. Here.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
That's 300,000.
he doesn't even care. He's like, thank you.
Please tell me, is there anything I can do to help with the investigation besides the manager thing?
And could you get me another cup of coffee? And for our guests over there as well.
Who are they?
I'm a con man. How's it going?
I'm Weddy, and I'm a thief by trade.
That's how I introduce myself too. Why hasn't he used these people yet? Oh, because we broke it off with the police.
To investigate Yotsuba, we're gonna need the help of people like this. Let's all do our part and make this happen, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kidding. Oh. Uh-oh.
Daddy?
Huh?
Daddy!
Yumi. But they just gave me some time off.
Huh? Is a time off a vacation, Daddy?
Yeah, that's right. From now on, I can have a break every single week. Now I can go with you to the park. Maybe we can go to the zoo together. Or the amusement park.
What's wrong, Dad? Mommy, why is Daddy crying?
He definitely has PTSD. I know you can't tell because I'm wearing a sweater and whatever, but I just got chills on my legs and on my arms. That was just really, gosh, it was like really moving. And I'm just kind of shocked because I wouldn't expect the show to even address that. And I do think like this show surprises me in that regard because there are some scenes that are really beautiful and they don't have much to do with the intellect and the mystery and the detective aspects. So, you know, I was thinking he's sitting on the bench, maybe he'll get killed. Maybe, you know, I'm thinking in terms of, oh, mystery and, Kira and all that stuff. And that was just showing a guy who's like put his whole life into it, into fighting for this cause. And he finally gets to be with his family and go back to real life. And it's just such a specific emotion that I feel like you can't really describe. It's definitely cathartic because it's both, it's bittersweet. It's good and bad, and it's very intense of just relief, but also he's sobbing. It's like sad. It's relief and grief. I'm sure like a bunch of different thoughts were going through his mind. And what I loved about that was all he was saying, the words on the paper, like if you wrote down what he said was, I get a break every week. I get to go to the zoo with you. I get to do this with you. And there was so much subtext within his voice acting, and then also the artistry of the animation and it being quiet, and his daughter being like, why is he crying? Why is Daddy crying? There's a deep exhaustion and grief, and those were basically his family. They were his family. And so that's why I just felt very emotional hearing Elle say, thank you for everything. I really like you. And with that whole scene, you know, I just saw two different brains, two different types of brains. And me personally, I'm more on Aizawa's side of how I react. I react very emotionally. And now, later in my life, I'm becoming more aware of how people act with autism and on the spectrum. Anyone who is neurodivergent in that way, especially in social situations. And for me personally, I highly suspect L is on the spectrum, and some of you have confirmed that. And it's not that he's trying to be rude. It's not that he's trying to make anyone feel bad. It's not that at all. He's just very analytical, and it's neither good nor bad. It might suit certain situations more and it might not. But like it or not, those people are family now. They've spent so much time together and have worked tirelessly on this case. And while I understand how Aizawa's brain works, I also do take the effort to try to understand how someone who's more analytical and logical could react like that. And it makes perfect sense to me because his emotions aren't going to show on his face. He's not masking. He is being honest. He's like, I truly think with that, where he was testing him, it was more just like, what is best for the case and what's best for his family. And that's what I love about L. He sees everything for what it is. It's not that he doesn't have emotions. Like, you could tell, even though he didn't have a very intense facial expression, you could tell he meant it when he said, "Thank you for everything. I like you as a person." There's a sadness and a grief there too. And if you contrast that with Aizawa sobbing on the bench, it's just two very different brains. And it was a devastating scene, but also just I loved it. I really did. It got me thinking. And I feel like this show also has really got me interested in characters like that who are more logical and analytical, and the beauty in that and how the brains can work together. I am worried about Matsuda. I hope people can be nicer to him. I don't know. I don't know why they showed us a few times him, thinking he might not be valuable enough, or, messing up. He's almost like the punching bag a little bit now. And I don't know why they're showing that, because this show is really smart. I just hope they're not setting it up for something really bad or sad. It could just be that this is what it takes for him to really try harder, because compared to the others, he doesn't have as much experience. He didn't have the stakes of having a daughter and a wife. He's a bachelor, and he's younger, and he's naive in a good way. He's more optimistic. And I don't want him to leave. I think he's a good addition to the team. But I could blab about this forever, so I'll try not to. I am also very intrigued by how the Death Note is becoming its own character, and Kira is this separate character. I feel like especially in the beginning, we were following Light. He was Kira, There wasn't really a difference. He took responsibility for his actions. It's not like he had multiple personality disorder and was saying like Kira would do this. No, he actually said like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to become the god of the new world, blah, 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 blah. And he was Kira. The name was given to him, by like newspapers. So to see it kind of morph into this thing where the businessmen think that they're being controlled by some god or person named Kira, and then Light and L are speculating who is Kira. It's just this shifting creepy kind of character. And I would even say it's different from the Death Note, because the Death Note is also a separate character. And how this show is just so cool because it takes like very logical, down to earth, detective, factual elements and tells that story while also putting this very supernatural, unknown force and almost like magic, paranormal stuff. And I just don't know. I don't know many shows that do that, you know? I don't know of another show that does that. And I really like it. And I didn't know if I would, but I really, really like it. But I'm going to go check on my dogs because one of them is crying. I think he wants attention. But thank you so much to my tier 4 patrons, Light Yagami and John G. Robinson. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for producing this video. Thank you to all my patrons and channel members for going above and beyond to support the channel financially. I can't tell you how much it means to me and our family. It's so great to watch these shows with you and have the reactions recorded. But yes, the Patreon is available to you, and also you can click join at the bottom of this video, and I am slowly uploading all of the watch-alongs for you. So that's available to you. Otherwise, thank you for watching till the end. Drink some water, get some rest. I appreciate you, and I'll see you for the next episode.